So let's access the data from our company data from database, and let's open our company controller, and we have to give pass some variables to access in our companies. So before passing, okay, so we have to instantiate, create the variables and the models that we will access. We have to, I am going to given in our constructor. So because it we can easily without creating in our through application this file, so we will access. So right now I am accessing this and this companies, and it will be is equal to, we will instantiate our company model and kept in this companies. So this one, and control L to select, control shift to delete, and for user, so users, and we will use here our user model. So we are using user model. So company model is included in our namespace, and let's include our user model F5. It will include an app user. So I'm using a PHP companion package. So simply we can using a prior short keys. Okay, and also we will require the colors, so we can define this colors that we have created in our common file in a provider. So we will access the complete namespace app providers and common our file name, and we will access the function in this common color, which is a colors, and save it. Let's confirm it common. So we have a color function that we are accessing. Okay, and close that statement. Okay, in our index function, so we will extensively use this because in each variable I have to instantiate our model and will kept in number variable. So, so it will become very messy, and that's why I have instantiated in our constructor. So we will only call this variable that we are referring with this, so we can access all our models and function file. Okay, in an index, we will create an array data. So that will be sent to our view. So it will be a title. And so we will use a trans function, and we will give a app dot companies title. Close that. So let's in our language en and app. So here we will control Alt to select and control shift D to duplicate. So companies title. Okay, in company's title, um, just keep it a company. Okay, so data array, and we will use our colors, and so we will access this colors. So remember that we have our model file, common file in this color. So now we can assign this colors array to our colors that we are also we have a array. And let's duplicate this, control add to select, control shift to delete, and this time will be a user. So all user that we are accessing from a user model, so we can easily give users. So this users, so you see this user and this user is match. Okay, and finally our, let's duplicate. mm, okay, let's duplicate, and companies, and, so it will be a this. Okay, in companies, so this companies, and we will use a function where user. Okay, so this companies, so this company we can also assign it where user. So right now I am not creating that function, and later we will create that function. So only just I am returning the companies. So why we use a function, I will explain it later because it will be confusing at the moment. Okay, so we are now transferring using a transfer, create a company app, company's title, and it will be a title. So we are now accessing this color from our common file, and kept in array data, and its name is colors, and also the number of user in our user table. So all the users that we have created, so we have a user, and this companies that we have in our company model, and this model using a companies table in our database. So, and let's return to our view index this array that we have created. So just simply give the variable data. Okay, save it, and let's check our application. If it is not breaking, log your application 1 2 3 4 5 6. So so it's not breaking, it means the code is correct. Okay, let's come to our index.file, and here we have, okay, and here, so colors, column small 8, and also set column small offset 2 from left and 2 from right. Why from here, remove it. So it is already set column small offset 8. So list of companies. Mm, okay. So if, and we will use a count function to count if the companies greater than 0, if the companies table that we are accessing from a database, it has a value and it will be a greater than 0, then display this. And you see we have a companies variable, and we are accessing this variable, and we giving count companies greater than 0. So if it is greater, and then we will iterate this companies. So for each and we say companies as a company single, and so let's end this for each and for each, and before and after that we have to end if, and if. Okay, in the list of companies, let's display the name of the company. So we use company this variable, and it will reference to name field, which is a in our database company name. So if I show you in our database, so in the companies we have a name field. So now we are referring that we have iterated for it, because it will return the uh, array object, and we have to get the single value from it, and we can use it by iterating companies as a company, and we are displaying company name. So let's see in our browser, refresh. So count parameter must be an array or an object that implements countable view. So count parameter must be an array and object. If so, count will be effect on object and array, and this here we are this companies. So we have instantiated a company model, and we are not accessing the value. So let's use a get function to get all the values from our company's table. This is a helper function, and save it, and let's refresh. So now we have three companies that we have, sorry, two companies. One is Onladana and one is Afantech. Okay, this is now looking very, if I remove from here and create a div with class departs group, hmm, mm, let's create div and class departs group, and under that we required a paragraph, and here we will paste uh, our sorry, we will show our company and company name. Let's refresh, and now this is better. Online Nana and a fun tech. Okay, in the next video, and we will play with the style CSS. So stay tuned.